Hello students, today will we discuss about characteristics of early 19th century यानी कि रोमांटिक पोइट्री. ओके, first a break from set rules. The poetry of the romantic revival is in direct contrast to the characteristics of the 18th century new classical poems. In the 18th century, poetry was governed by set rules and regulations. There were well-defined lines of poetic compositions, and any deviations from the beaten track was frowned by mentors of poetic thought. The first thing that we have in the poetry of the New Age is the break from the thraldom of rules and regulation. This romantic movement was marked and is always marked, says W.J. Long, by a strong reaction and protest against the bondage of rule and custom, which in science and theology as well as the literature generally tend to fetter the free human spirit. Next, a return to nature. Poetry in the 18th century was concerned with clubs and coffee houses, drawing rooms, and the social and political life of London. It was essentially the poetry of town life, first-hand observation of nature, and practically no place in new classical poetry. In the poetry of romantic revival, the interest of poets was transferred from town to country life, and from the artificial decoration of drawing rooms to the natural beauty and loveliness of nature began to have its own importance in the poetry of this age, and Wordsworth was the greatest poet who revealed the physical and spiritual beauty of nature to those who could not see any charm in the wild flowers, the green fields, and the chirping birds. Okay. Next, interest in the common life. Romantic poets started taking interest in the lives of the common people, the shepherds and the cottagers, and left the gallant lords and gave butterflies of fashion to the care of novelists. A renewed interest in simple life marked the poetry of the age. A feeling of humanitarianism colored the poetry of Wordsworth, Shelley, and Byron. The romantic poetry was marked by intense human sympathy and consequent understanding of the human heart. Next, the love of liberty and freedom. In romantic poetry, emphasis was laid on liberty and freedom of the individual. Some of the romantic poets were rebels against tyranny and brutality exercised by tyrants and despots over human beings, crushed by poverty and smashed by inhuman laws. In the poetry of this age, we have a mode of rebellion in crusade against effete social convention and worn out traditions. Next, escape to the Middle East and far off places. Some romantic poets chafed with the tyranny, squalor, and ugliness of materialistic life of their age, and to avoid this life of uneasy restlessness, they sought through their poetry an escape from the carking cares and cordoning anxieties of the world to a world of beauty and joy which their poetic imagination had pictured. In many ways, romantic poetry proved to be the poetry of escape from the ways romantic poetry proved to the sorrows and suffering of mundane life of their times to the Middle Age. Okay. Next, the dominance of imagination and emotions. In Romantic poetry, reason and intellect were subdued, and their place was taken by imagination, emotions, and passion. In the poetry of all the Romantic poets of this age, we have the exhibition of heightened emotional sensibilities and imaginative flights of genius, bordering in empyrean heights unscaled by the poets of the previous age. Next is supernaturalism. Supernaturalism is another outstanding quality of Romantic poetry. A sense of wonder and mystery was imparted to poetry by poets like Coleridge, Scott, and Keats. It was this supernatural note that gave to Romantic poetry its atmosphere of wonder and mystery, uncanniness and erotic feelings, and justify the title The Renaissance of Wonder given to this poetic age by Theodore Watts Dunton. Next is subjectivity. Subjectivity began to have its full play in the poetry of this age. The poets of this age were in favor of giving subjective interpretations to the objective realities of life. Romantic poetry became individualistic to outlook. The Romantic movement, say W.J. Long, was the expression of individual genius rather than of established rules. Or as Lucas says, it was an expression of idea. Next, endless variety in poetry. In Romantic poetry, we come across endless variety. Poetry of this age is varied as the character and moods of different writers. When we read Pope, for instance, we have general impression of sameness. But in the work of the West Romanticists, there is endless variety. To read them is like passing through a new village, meeting a score of different human types, and finding in each one something to love or to remember. Next is summing up. Summing up the silent characteristics of the poetry of Romantic revival, W.J. Long says, the poetry of Romantic revival is characterized by the protest against the bondage of rules, the return to nature and the human heart, the interest in the old sages and medieval romances as suggestive of heroic age, the sympathy with the toilers of the world, the emphasis upon individual genius, and the return to Milton and the Elizabethans instead of to Pope and Dryden literary models. The green fields and the chirping birds, thus in poetry of the Romantic revival. We have an ad rest among the poets who discard the glamours of an artificial life and turn of the elemental simplicities of life lived in closer touch with the beauties and charm of nature. The essential elements of the Romantic spirit, says Walter Peter, are curiosity of and the love. Of beauty, and it is as the accidental effect of these qualities only that it seeks the middle age, because in the overcharged atmosphere of middle age there are unworked sources of romantic effect of a strange beauty. To be won by strong imagination out of things likely or remote. The enthusiasm for the Middle Age satisfied the emotional sense of wonder on the one hand and the intellectual sense of curiosity on the other. To read them is like passing through a new village, meeting a score of different human types and finding in each one something to love or to remember. The romantic movement, says W.J. Long, was the expression of individual genius rather than of established rules. Or Luca says it was an expression of idea. Romantic poetry became individualistic to outlook. To read them is like passing through a new village, meeting a score of different human types and finding in each one something to love or to remember.